Welcome to Victorious Life Channel. I am your coach, SammyLove, and I come on today to empower you, to challenge you, to stretch you, to help you upgrade your life. I ask that as you come in, that you share this video. I ask that have you not subscribed, that you subscribe to this channel so that you would not miss when I go live, that you will not miss when I post some new content, so you will get everything that that I have for you. Thank you, Empower Church TV, for joining me. Good to see you on this evening. So I am so excited to come before you guys on this evening. For those even on replay, I welcome you in. Like I always say, I come so that you may upgrade your life. Everything that I bring to you is so that you can walk life in freedom, so you can have a better character, so you could just be an all-around better person. So today I am going to be talking about how to grow beyond being a people pleaser. Let me tell you, there are many of people I truly believe struggle with this, being a people pleaser, wanting to please everybody, wanting to make everybody happy, wanting to not have anyone be mad at them. Some people, they don't want people not to like them. They want everybody to like them. And so what happens is when you are a people pleaser, you become a person that's like a yes man. You want to please everyone. But let me tell you, I truly believe that when you are a people pleaser, you begin to neglect yourself. You begin to neglect your values. You begin to neglect who you are and what you stand for and what you like and what are your feelings and how you see life. I truly believe that you neglect those things about you. So today I wanted to just come and just give you some nuggets, give you some tips so that therefore you can grow beyond this. Let me tell you, there is help. You don't have to stay like that. So that's why I'm doing this live to help you. You may say, well, you know what, Coach Sammy, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't even know how to get past this, or I want to get past this and I don't even know what to do. So I have come to help you grow past this. I've come to give you tips. Anytime I come before you, I want to give you some things to apply to your life, some strategies that you can apply so therefore you can grow. And so that's why I come on these videos, and so that you can grow and that you can do better. So let's go ahead and get started, because with my golden nuggets, I do not hold you long. So I'm just going to give you a couple of tips and we're going to be out of here. Number one. Okay, say number one. Number one. I wrote down, I said, you have to learn to assert yourself and stand up for yourself. And for those who do not know what assert means, it means communicating with others and in a directed, honest manner without intentionally hurting anyone's feelings. So basically, it's standing up for yourself, but not hurting other people's feelings. And what I mean by that is sometimes some of us, we wait till we are mad before we say something. We wait till we just didn't had it up to here, and now we want to say something. And when we say something, what happens is now we're cussing out people. Now our heart posture is not right. Our attitude is not right. We can go to the extreme with it. Sometimes it could, at that point, it could be something that was little, but because you have had it up to here, you go to the extreme with it. And so you have to learn to assert yourself. You have to learn to stand up for yourself, and you have to learn to communicate honestly. You have to communicate honestly, but without trying to hurt their feelings. So I'm going to communicate with you. I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling about this. I'm going to tell you what my expectations is. I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not going to do that, or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to tell you right then and then. And you may not like what I say, because guess what? Not everybody's going to be happy about you deciding not to be a people pleaser, especially when they're so used to you saying yes, even when you need to say no. Some of us, that we know we should say no, but we say yes. I know you guys can relate, because how many times have you said yes and you really wanted to say no? And then while you're doing whatever that person asking you to do, you had an attitude about it. Your heart was not in it. You didn't even give it your best. Why? Because you wanted to say no, but you didn't want to hurt their feelings. So you said yes. And so you have to learn to assert yourself and being honest in your communication, but not hurting people's feelings. So therefore, that's what I mean. Like when I said about you wait till you had it up to here and now you cussing everybody else. Now you're going overboard. So what I'm saying is you need to be honest for the jump street. You need to be honest with your communication for the jump street. That's the number one step to getting to growing beyond being a people pleaser. You have to grow beyond that. And you have to be willing to grow beyond that. Let me tell you, at the beginning, it may be a struggle. It may be a struggle, because let me tell you, anytime I have to assert myself, I had to learn to assert myself. And when I learned to assert myself, in the back of my mind, I'd be like, oh, I hope I didn't hurt their feelings. Oh, I hope it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I stood up for myself with honest communication. But because of who I am in my heart, I was still like, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. But no, you have to learn to speak up for yourself. Learn to speak up for yourself. I'm excited already. I don't know about y'all. So number two, I wrote set healthy boundaries. We always talk about boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. I have did numerous lives on boundaries, and I always say when you don't have boundaries, you allow people to come into your life and do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do. And I always say this: if you do not set up boundaries, you have some people that will come into your life and take over. Yes, they will. They will come into your life and take over, where it's like their things and what's about them becomes more important than what's about you. So you have to set healthy boundaries. That's the second step with growing beyond being a people pleaser, setting healthy boundaries. You have to set boundaries like, this is not what I'm going to accept. I'm not going to accept this. I'm not going to set that. Whatever boundaries you have to put in place, so therefore you remain emotionally stable. Your mental health is good. You remain in a peaceful place. You know, you still got your joy or whatever it takes for that. You have to set healthy boundaries. So whatever kind of boundaries you need to set, everybody's may be different, but you need to set them. And these are healthy boundaries, because when you begin to press past those boundaries, now you are infringing on my personal space. Now you are infringing. You are in an area that I have not allowed you to be. I'm going to say that again. When you press past my boundaries, you are now in an area that you're not authorized to be in. I have not authorized you to be in that area. So then I have to make a decision. Do I still want this person a part of my life? Or do I need to explain to this person again, this is what, you know, what's accepted, what's not accepted, to part of my life. And so it's okay to set healthy boundaries. Okay. And then number three, I wrote, number three, remember that you can't please everyone. We have to remember that. We cannot please everyone. I learned this years ago, and I'm going to give it to you. I learned that not everyone is going to like me. Do you not know? You can be the happiest person. You could be the nicest person. You can be the most giving person, most loving person. You can just go above and beyond for people. And there will be someone who does not like you. Why? Because you're too happy. You smile too much. You always got joy. You're always giving. So there will be people, even though you are giving your best, there will be people who still will not like you. And so you have to remember, I cannot please everyone. You will run yourself ragged trying to please everyone. So number three is, remember that you cannot please everyone. You have to really grab onto that, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm a life coach, and I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you with your life. You cannot please everyone. So stop doing it. Stop trying to please everyone. You are running in circles. You are running yourself ragged. You are giving up your peace. You are giving up your joy. You are giving up your happiness. You are giving up your smiles. You don't even smile any longer. You're not even happy about what you're doing. Why? Because you're trying to please too many people. Not everyone will be happy with the decisions you make. I gotta say that. Sometimes you will have to make hard decisions. Sometimes the thing you might have to, move. Your God is calling you to step out in faith, and somebody else may not be with it, and they may have something to say. But you got to understand that you cannot please everyone. You got to get that. You cannot please everyone. Stop trying to. It won't happen. Somebody gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be upset. But this is what I say. Do your best. Give your best. Show up with your best. And then whatever happens after that, that's on whoever is bothered by it. But you cannot please everyone. Number 4. This is a good one, you guys. I always tell you to bring your pens and paper. Bring your pens and your paper on Wednesday nights. I'm going to tell you to get you some tips, to get you some things to apply to your life. Number 4, stop making excuses. And what I meant by that is sometimes, okay, so I'm going to give you an example. So the example I wrote down was, sorry, I'm afraid I can't do it because. And so what happens is we always find ourselves giving an excuse why we can't do something. Yes, there are times that we have an excuse like, I can't do it because I have to work that day. I can't do it because I already have something planned. But sometimes you just don't want to do it. So don't try to make up an excuse. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes you don't want to do it. And it's okay to reject their request without an excuse. I'm going to say that again. It's okay to reject their request without an excuse. It's okay to say, no, I don't want to go. No, I don't want that. No, it's okay. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. And leave it there. You don't have to always give an excuse. I do that too. Sometimes I feel like I need to give them an excuse. But then sometimes I just say, I can't do it. And I just leave it like that. You don't have to always give an excuse to why you can't do something. I just don't want to do it. I just can't do it. You don't have to always give an excuse. Okay. That's number 4. I ain't trying to wear that one out, but I think that was for somebody. You don't have to give an excuse. Number 5, spend time alone. So the 5th tip or the 5th nugget to growing beyond being a people pleaser is spending time alone. You have to get used to spending time with yourself. I know so many people that are afraid to be alone. I know so many people that they can't go to dinner by themselves. They can't go to the movies by themselves. They always got to have a crowd with them. They always have to have people around them. They always have to be with someone. You have to learn to spend time with yourself. Why? You said, Coach Sammy, why do I need to spend time with myself? I love spending time with myself because you get to be in your own thoughts. You get to, what do I like? What colors do I like? What food do I like to eat? What movie do I like to I would like to go see? Spending time with yourself. I love to spend time with myself because it seems like that's when I get recharged. To pull away from the crowds and be alone by myself, I feel like that's when I get recharged. That's when I get rejuvenated. And now I'm ready to go because I have been with myself. And so the 5th step with growing beyond being a people pleaser is to be with yourself sometimes. Spend time with yourself sometimes. Go to the movies by yourself sometime. Go to lunch by yourself sometime. Just to be with you and your thoughts. Oh my goodness, I'm excited about that. Just to be with you and your thoughts and think about what you like and, think about career moves to make it. And maybe you like to do arts and crafts and what you can make next and just different things you could do, just you by yourself. And number 6, I wrote, you have to accept yourself. That is the 6th tip to growing beyond being a people pleaser is that you have to accept yourself. You have to accept yourself. I truly believe that when we accept ourselves, other people will fall in line. Now, I'm not saying that we don't grow and we don't change and, we're always striving to be better and to upgrade ourselves. Hey, that's why I do these videos. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is don't change to please someone else. Don't change your appearance to please someone else. Don't change the things you like to please someone else. You have to accept yourself. If you like this and you like that and you like to eat this kind of food, then hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to accept yourself, and then other people will fall in line. So once you begin to start accepting yourself and people see that you accept yourself, then they know, because they sometimes people can feed off of us not really liking who we are. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes people will feed off of us not really liking who we are. And so you have some people that they know that you struggle with confidence. They know you struggle with self-esteem issues, and they know this and they will use it to their advantage. And so people, because a lot of times people that are people pleasers, they're struggling with something. They want to be accepted. They want to be liked. They want to be included. And so therefore they don't say no. They always say yes when they should say no. They don't set healthy boundaries. They just allow things just to happen. And they all trying to please people. They're trying to make everybody happy. They're trying to do everything for everybody else. And so people know that. But when you become to accept who you are and you are okay with who you are, and you stand in that place of being who you are and who God has called you to be, but also growing and being a better person, everybody else will fall in line. Everybody else will fall in line. Let me say this, either they will fall in line or they will fall off. I'm going to say that again. Either they will fall in line or they will fall off. And that's just how it goes. And so, number 7, this is my 7th tip for tonight. My seventh nugget for tonight of how to grow beyond of being a people pleaser. You have to be more honest about your feelings. Sometimes we hold our feelings in. I'm not saying be led by your feelings, but be honest by your feelings. If something bothered you, say that it bothered you. Don't wait a week. Sometimes people have that so bad, they'll wait a week, they'll wait 2 weeks, and now they want to say something. But let me tell you what has happened within that week, the week and a half. What has happened is the enemy comes in, he makes you feel bitter. He makes resentment. He makes it maybe bigger than what it was. He makes you more mad than what you were at the beginning. He plays on your emotions. So therefore, now you all upset about it when it could have been dealt with at the beginning. It could have came where we met, came with agreement. Maybe that person was able to apologize because maybe they didn't know they offended you, or maybe they didn't know that what they said bothered you. They didn't know that, because guess what? Let me tell you something. There are times that you can offend someone and you don't know you offended them because maybe they heard it the wrong way. You have to understand, sometimes people hear things a little different. Maybe your tone was a little off that day because maybe you tired and you said it and your tone was off and they got all bothered by it. We never know. But I always tell people, you have to address it right then and there, or maybe later on that day, or maybe even the next day. Let's say even maybe the next day. But when you go to a week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and now you want to say something, now that I'm telling you, the enemy plays in your feelings. He plays on your emotions. And so now you all upset. Now friendships has been destroyed. Relationships has been destroyed. Marriage has a stain on it when it could have been addressed that day, or maybe the next day. Maybe that day we needed to cool down and the next day we could talk about it. Or maybe that night we could talk about it. But you have to be honest with your feelings. That's how you grow beyond being a people pleaser, is being honest with your feelings. Because you don't want resentment to set in. You don't want bitterness to set in. You don't want those things to set in. So you have to be honest with your feelings, because like I said before, when you are a people pleaser, and people are so used to you saying yes, and used to you just coming through, and used to you have people where they know that if no one else show up, you gonna show up. And what I mean by that, and it's not that, because I love people to show up for me just like I show up for other people. But what I'm trying to say is, I have heard numerous of stories where people wasn't even invited to the party, but because the hostess was counting on certain people to help decorate, those people didn't show up. So they called the one that they know always come through. But the one that always come through wasn't even invited. Yes, yes. Someone literally told me that story because they were that person that was invited. Not invited, but invited at the last minute. So they wasn't even invited from the beginning. They was never on the guest list. But because the people they were counting on didn't show up, they called the person that wasn't invited. And guess what? Wanted the person to come, please come help us. We need you. We need you. But that person wasn't even invited. So guess what? That person went. I would have never went. But that person went. Why? Because that person didn't want to say no. So that's what I mean about being a people pleaser, saying yes when you should say no. So you have to be honest about your feelings. So I'm going to say them again. You have to learn to assert yourself, stand up for yourself. That's number one. Number two, you have to set healthy boundaries. Number three, remember that you can't please everyone, okay? Number four, stop making excuses. Sometimes you just don't want to do it, and you have to tell that person, I'm just not interested, and you don't have a why. You don't have an excuse. You're just not interested. Number five, you have to learn to spend time alone by yourself. Let me tell you, when you learn to spend time by yourself, it's a beautiful thing just to be in your own little zone with yourself. Number six, you have to accept yourself. We all have flaws. We all have shortcomings, but you have to accept yourself and be willing to grow. Be willing to be stretched and challenged, but accept yourself. And once you accept yourself, other people will fall in line. Number seven, be honest about your feelings. No more hiding your feelings. No more burying your feelings. No more letting bitterness and resentment settle in. Let me tell you something. You need to deal with that thing. When you calm down, then you deal with it and you be honest. And let me tell you something. If that person is really for you, they're going to be willing to listen to you, willing to communicate with you, and understand where you are coming from and be able to vindicate themselves. Maybe you heard it the wrong way and they need to re-explain it and tell you this is where they were coming from. And so those are your 7 nuggets, your 7 tips to growing beyond being a people pleaser. I know that this blessed you because I am blessed by it, because we can always use a refresher. I always come before you so that you may upgrade your life. That's what I am. That's what I do as being a life coach. And for those who have not subscribed to this channel, I ask that you hit that subscribe button. So therefore, when I go live, when I do my shorts, you may be notified. I want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys giving me an audience so I can have someone to talk to. I will see you guys next week on Golden Nuggets, where I will bring you some more tips, some more nuggets, so therefore you can upgrade your life. I thank you guys, and I will see you guys soon.